All right, guys, let's start the session. The first question is on your screen. A particle is thrown horizontally from the top of a tower of height h. Just a second. ये question last time कर लिया था क्या अपन ने? All right, we'll just skip this one. Yes, start with this question. The coordinates of a moving particle at any time t are given by x and y. The speed of the particle at time t is given by. All right, you have 2 minutes to solve this one. No, A is not the answer. No one? All right, I'll give you some hints. See, guys, what have we given over here is yes, B is the right answer. See guys, here we have two different equations for two separate axes x and y, and we have to find out, yes, B is the right answer. And we have to find out the relation for the velocity, the speed. So how do we find the speed? Speed is differentiation of distance with respect to time. So we can find the velocity in two different components, that is for x, oh sorry, not dv. Vx will be dx by dt and Vy will be dy by dt. Alright, so Vx will become 3 alpha t square and Vy will become 3 beta t square. And then we have to find the resultant velocity, so that will be under root of Vx square plus Vy square. That will give us, alright, now try to solve after this.
So I found where I got most of it wrong. I like in the first I wrote A. I didn't see the square, but the otherwise I treated alpha and beta as variables, not as constants. That's why when I differentiated, they also got cut.
Oh, no, no, no. Alpha and beta over here are constants. All right. Any other doubt? I think उसको constant लेके करोगे तो हो जाएगा.
यस सर, जैसा आप करा रहे हो उससे आसानी से हो जाएगा सर, सीधा बी निकलता है आंसर.
हाँ, इससे b आ जाएगा आंसर. 3t स्क्वायर को हम कॉमन ले लेंगे बाहर एंड स्क्वायर के अंदर बचेगा अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर. ऑलराइट, इसमें किसी और को डाउट है? शैल वी मूव अहेड?
यस सर.
ऑलराइट गाइस, ये वाला क्वेश्चन नहीं किया था, सो ट्राई दिस. A particle is thrown horizontally from the top of a tower of height h. The angle made by the velocity of particle before hitting the ground is 45 degrees with the horizontal. Then what is the horizontal range of particle? You have 2 minutes to solve this one. किसी को question अगर समझ में ना आए तो बता देना.
Sir, is it A?
No. No, C is not the answer.
It's B.
Yes, B for Bombay or Delhi?
Bombay.
Bombay. Yes, that's the right answer.
That was my like. I wanted to say that pehle, but then I did a silly mistake. I considered it as a half of that.
ऑलराइट नो प्रॉब्लम. आ गई ना समझ में जो मिस्टेक करी थी.
हाँ हाँ, कैलकुलेशन था, बहुत silly था. बोलना भी नहीं इतना silly था.
ऑलराइट. Alright, do you need more time or shall I proceed with the solution?
नहीं सर, ये वाला समझ नहीं आ रहा, प्लीज प्रोसीड.
Alright. सी इसमें बेसिकली हमें काफ़ी सारे फॉर्मूलेस के साथ में मैनिपुलेशंस करने होते हैं. सी व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग इज सपोज देयर इज अ टावर of height h and a particle is thrown horizontally from its top. Suppose its velocity is u. Now it goes and hits the surface at an angle. Suppose it hits over here and it makes an angle of 45 degrees. Alright, so 45 degrees पे जब hit करता है तो इसका vertical and horizontal components are equal in magnitude. Alright, तभी ये 45 degrees बनाएगा. That means we can say Vx equals to Vy, and because the horizontal component always remains same, तो ये जो है ये u के भी बराबर हो जाएगा. So from here we get Vy equals to u. ये हमें आगे काम आएगा. Now Vy, which is the vertical component, इसके लिए अगर हम इक्वेट करें, यहाँ पे वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट इसका ज़ीरो था. यहाँ अगर हम इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन लगाते हैं v इक्वल्स टू यू प्लस ए टी, तो v इक्वल्स टू यू दैट इज ज़ीरो प्लस जी टी. तो वी वाई आ जाता है हमारे पास जी टी बाय अप्लाइंग equation of motion. I think this is first equation of motion. Alright, अब यहाँ पे हमने देखा वी वाई इक्वल्स टू यू एंड यहाँ पे देखा वी वाई इक्वल्स टू जी टी. यहाँ से हमारे पास एक रिलेशन निकल के आता है u इक्वल्स टू जी टी. Alright, now what we do is हम रेंज निकालते हैं. रेंज ये बेसिकली डिस्टेंस है एंड डिस्टेंस इक्वल्स टू स्पीड इनटू टाइम, क्योंकि हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट में तो कोई एक्सेलरेशन नहीं है. सो डिस्टेंस इक्वल्स टू स्पीड दैट इज u इनटू टाइम, u इनटू t. अब यहाँ पे हमने u निकाला था gt, so we substitute this over here and we get r equals to g into t square. Now what we do, we have to find this in terms of h. So we again apply a new equation that is h equals to, ये distance है, we can use s equals to ut plus half at square. यहाँ पे vertical component में 0 है, so u becomes 0 and half g t square. यहाँ से हमें t square निकल के आ जाता है, t square equals to 2h by g, and इसको हम substitute कर देते हैं r में. R equals to g into 2h by g, that gives us 2h. Therefore, B is the answer. ये आया समझ में? Although थोड़ा सा complicated था, but this is all about how you reach the options. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Shall we move ahead?
Yeah, so
Okay. A particle is thrown with a speed of 12 meters per second at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. The time interval between the moments when its speed is 10 meters per second is. This is also a good question. You have 3 minutes to solve this one. Anyone with any answer? क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया ना सबको?
Yes, sir.
No, C is not the answer.
sir, is it D?
Yes, D is the answer. All right, I'll solve some steps. See what this question is saying is yes, D is the answer. All right. A particle is thrown with a speed of 12 meters per second at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. Now there are two moments when its speed will be 10. Alright. If it covers its projectile like this, then suppose at moments this and this, it has its speed as 10. So what we know is the horizontal component is always the same. So horizontal component for all three of them will be same, and पहले वाले and दूसरे वाले में vertical components magnitude में same होंगे और direction में opposite होंगे. Alright, so horizontal components इन सबके क्या होंगे? That will be equal to 12 cos 60, this VH, that is 6. Now we have the resultant as 10, so we can find out V vertical as well. That will be 10 square minus 6 square, that will give us as 8. So ये जो vertical component है, this turns into 8 over here and 8 in opposite direction over here. And ये कितना था? ये था 12 sin 60, that
6
is
root 3.
yes, 6 root 3. Alright, so now we can use the equation of motion for both of these situations. पहले वाले के लिए अगर हम करते हैं, so time for the first one, t1 can be written as v minus u by a. Taking this direction as positive, we have 8 minus 6 root 3 upon taking acceleration as 10.
So yeah, but then the answer didn't make sense.
Alright, let's see. And t2 will be minus 8 minus 6 root 3 upon minus 10. Alright, now what we do is we do t2 minus t1, and that will give us 6 root 3, 6 root 3 cancel out हो जाएगा. That will give you 8 by 10 into 2, that is 16 by 10, that is 1.6 seconds. क्या है सबको समझ में?
Okay, sir. So I only took T2's value. I didn't subtract the values.
Alright, we had to find the time interval, right? So that's why we have to subtract both of them.
Okay, sir.
See, time interval पूछा है, so that obviously shows us कि दो moments आएंगे. Alright. किसी और को डाउट है? No one, shall we move ahead? Alright. The next question. A projectile is fired with a velocity u at right angle to a slope. That means slope से start हुआ projectile. And the slope is inclined at an angle theta with the horizontal. Now you have to find the range of the projectile on that incline in terms of u and theta. Alright, just to give you a hint, try to take the axis parallel and perpendicular to the slope. Yes, B is the right answer. Alright, let's start. See, the question, if we draw a diagram for it, there is a slope at an angle theta and a projectile is fired at right angle to it and it reaches the surface of the slope again. Alright, the velocity it is given is u and we have to find the range. So what we do is we first take our axis parallel and perpendicular to it. Alright, and we try to apply the equation of motion for distance in the y direction because what we know is it is coming back to the same height, that is 0. So if we use in the y direction, then if taking distance as y equals to ut minus half g in y direction and t square. Alright, and y is 0, so this becomes 0 and we have now g is in this direction downwards and we want to take it in this. So what does it become? ये हो जाएगा थीटा एंड y डायरेक्शन में g का कंपोनेंट आ जाएगा g cos थीटा. So this becomes g cos theta into t square. 0 here, so we can cancel out 1t and we find the value of t from here, that is 2u by g cos theta. Alright, this t will be useful for us. Now what we do next, we try to apply this equation in the x direction to find the range. So our range equals to ux into t minus half gx into t square. Now u in the x direction we know it is 0, so it comes down to, sorry, it will be plus, and gx, that is g in the x component, it will be g sine theta. So it becomes plus half g sine theta into t square. Now we can substitute t from the first equation and it comes as half g sine theta multiplied by 4 u square upon g square cos square theta. And if you further simplify this, you get u square sine theta upon cos square theta. Now it is not matching, sorry, there's a 2 over here as well. It does not match with this option, so we try to change it. We can separate cos theta and we get tan theta, and 1 upon cos theta can be written as sec theta. So, and there is a g as well upon g. So the right answer comes as B. Any doubt to anyone?
No, sir.
आ गया सबको समझ में?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to the next one. The projectiles A and B thrown with velocities v and v by 2 have the same range. दो अलग-अलग projectiles की बात हो रही है. Now, if B is thrown at an angle of 15 degrees to the horizontal, एक projectile का angle बता दिया है, then A must have been thrown at an angle. Anyone with the answer? Alright, I'll give you a hint. See, दोनों प्रोजेक्टाइल्स दिए हुए हैं तो हम दोनों की रेंज को कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट वाले की रेंज दैट इज आर ए होती है यू स्क्वायर साइन 2 थीटा बाई जी. तो इसमें हो जाएगी वी स्क्वायर साइन 2 थीटा बाई जी. एंड सेकेंड की रेंज है v by 2 है इसका, so that will become v square by 4 and sine 2 theta, and theta is given as 15, so it becomes 30 by g. Now sine 30 is 1 by 2, so this can be written as v square by 8g. Now you just have to equate both of them.
So answer is D then. You gave nearly the answer. हमने बहुत ही ज़्यादा simple कर दिया.
I know, actually the question was quite easy. I think you people must have gone in some wrong direction. हाँ, इसके बाद तो easy ही है. Like you just equate both of them. V square sine 2 theta by g will be v square by 8g. G से g कट जाएगा, v square v square. That will give you sine 2 theta equals to 1 by 8. 2 theta is sine inverse 1 by 8. So theta will become half sine inverse 1 by 8. That gives us D as the right answer. आगे सबको समझ में?
Yes, sir.
Shall we move ahead? All right. The equation of trajectory of an oblique projectile is given. You have to find the time of flight of projectile. For this question, you just have to know the general equation of the projectile, and then it will be very easy. Anyone with the answer? See, in this question, you can see that options are given in the terms of G. So try not to substitute its value while solving as well. Anyone?
So
Shall I give you some hints?
I'm near the answer.
Yes?
I nearly have the answer. So just a minute.
Alright, alright. Take your time. Alright, I'll give you some hints. See, the equation we have with us is y equals to x tan theta minus half gx square upon u square cos square theta. And in the question we are given x minus half x square. Now if we compare both of them, what do we get? We get tan theta
Yes,
equals
so
to
theta
1.
will be 45. But
Yes,
then,
that's
sir,
right.
the answer is coming 1 by g.
1 by g. No, you must have done some mistake somewhere.
Yes, sir.
See, tan theta equals to 1, that gives us theta equals to 45 degrees. And in the second part, we get g upon u square cos square theta equals to 1. Alright, now if we substitute theta equals to 45 over here, we get g upon u square. Cos 45 is 1 by
So the
root 2.
answer is
And
D. The answer is
which?
D.
No, that's not the answer. 1 by 2 and it's in the denominator, so it becomes 2g by u square equals to 1. That gives us u square equals to 2g and u equals to under root of 2g. Alright, now what do we have to find? We want to find the time of flight. T is given as 2u sine theta by g. Now we substitute all these values and we get 2 u is root 2g. Sine theta, sine 45 is 1 by root 2, and we have another g. Yes, A is the right answer. Root 2 gets cancelled. This gives us 2 root g upon g, that is 2 upon root g. That is the option A. आया सबको समझ में?
Yes, sir.
एंड जिसका डी आ रहा था, तुम क्या मिस्टेक कर रहे थे, वो आगे समझ में?
Yes, sir.
ऑलराइट, किसी को कोई डाउट हो कोई क्वेश्चन में तो पूछ लेना. Alright then guys, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. Good
Thank you,
night.
sir. Bye. Good night.